Did you guys know that lightning strikes the earth over 8 million times a day, worldwide, day in and day out, and that it never ever ceases? These lightning strikes cause the earth to become a supercharged battery, giving it limitless energy. Just like a car battery keeps a motor running, the energy from the lightning causes these rhythmic pulsations that keep our biological life running on the land or on the sea. As well, each lightning strike releases a burst of electromagnetic energy, creating a resonance. And the frequency of this resonance is something that you may have heard of. It's called the Schumann resonance, and it is roughly 7.83 megahertz. That resonance is amazingly directly aligned with our alpha brainwave. The alpha state is a state of mental clarity, relaxation, cell regeneration, and healing that is taking place in the body. And vast research shows a direct connection between the Earth's electromagnetic fields and our nervous system. It's pretty amazing. I have been studying and practicing good health, nutrition, and many healing modalities for the last 30 years. And for 20 of those years, I have been a registered nurse. Currently, I am 60 years old. I have 0 chronic health conditions, and I take 0 medications, with the exception of a very low dose of estrogen and progesterone because I am postmenopausal. So I really do not consider that taking medication because I'm just replenishing what has naturally gone out of the body. And it's not a chronic health condition. With that said, I do take vitamins, minerals, and adaptogens. I run 2 to 3 times a day, 2 or 3 times a week. I surf a couple times a week, depending on if there's swell. And I weight train to keep my bones strong because I'm postmenopausal. Conversely, 30% of adults aged 45 to 64 have 2 or more chronic health conditions. 30 to 60% of that age group, again, adults 45 to 64, have at least 1 chronic health condition, up to 60%. That's massive. These chronic health conditions are typically cardiovascular and metabolic, and that would be your hypertension, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, your obesity, your type 2 diabetes. And what is the hallmark of these diseases? Inflammation. Then we can move on to mental health issues, anxiety and depression. It has always been said that it is connected to psychological and neurological issues. Today, evidence shows that there is a direct connection with inflammation and mental health disorders. It's called neuroinflammation. How about respiratory issues? We got your asthma, your COPD, we got sleep apnea, we've got pneumonia, tuberculosis. The core cause of these diseases is inflammation. Then you have your musculoskeletal issues, call it chronic pain, chronic back pain, arthritis, tendonitis. Again, the main culprit is chronic inflammation. So, aloha and welcome to another episode of Taking It Back. Today I'd like to touch upon an incredible topic called earthing. Earthing is our natural, amazing relationship between the earth and us humans. And unfortunately, it has all but been abandoned. Today I will be explaining why earthing is the missing link to us having optimal health, what the benefits are, how to do it, and how does it exactly work. So for a minute, let's touch back on those statistics. So why do 50% of the population have 1 or more chronic health conditions and the other 50% don't? Simply put, we have lost contact with the earth. Previously, we as humans have always been in direct physical contact with the earth. Historically, we walked barefoot and we slept on the ground, and that is how we were kept charged with Earth's healing energies. Those 8 million lightning strikes are held in the grass, the dirt, sand, and even in our sidewalks, making the surface of the earth a massive energy field. And we are meant to be in direct contact with it, you guys. Yet today, we mostly live and work insulated from the earth. We walk in shoes with rubber soles. We walk on carpeted floors. We sleep in beds that are elevated off of the ground. And often we work and live in high rises, and rarely do we go outside and be barefoot. We are disconnected and earth starved. And the consequences of this disconnection is that our bodies are charged chronically with inflammation, which is directly tied to immune dysfunctions and all of those chronic health conditions that I just shared with you. By us losing our connection with the earth, we have lost the earth's natural ability to electrically ground our bodies, which serves as our natural anti-inflammatory protection. So let's discuss a few of these fantastic benefits that you can receive by reconnecting and grounding your body consistently. So first off, you can have a rapid reduction in inflammation, rapid reduction and elimination of chronic pain, because pain is downstream of inflammation, right? You can have increased energy, decreased stress, improved sleep, and accelerated healing from injuries and surgeries. This is the amazing relationship that we have with the earth, you guys, and it is the most natural, safest, and effective way to improve your health. So how exactly does earthing work, scientifically speaking? So when we are connected to the earth, it transfers a natural electrical signal to our bodies, and that signal in turn maintains our bodily frequencies. So these natural frequencies of the earth are waves of energy that are created by the motions of subatomic particles called free electrons. Similarly to the planets that revolve around the sun, you'll have a nucleus which holds protons that are positively charged. You have neutrons, which are no charge at all, and then you have electrons, which are negatively charged. It is those electrons that give the Earth's surface its natural negative charge. And by maintaining connections to the ground, it allows our body to be charged and receive these energies, these healing energies. And so when we are grounded, we also automatically absorb those electrons, and in turn, that reduces our electrical imbalances in our body, and it reduces the oxidative free radicals that are directly, again, tied to chronic inflammation and diseases that involve inflammation. So, in short, our body's natural electrical state is restored by being in direct contact with the earth. And just like the earth, our bodies are mostly made of water and minerals, which are both excellent conductors of electrons. And so that is how the relationship occurs between earth and us and makes us electrically conductive. So to put a bow on all of this, as I mentioned earlier, we mostly live and work insulated from the earth, right? And how does that happen? It happens through all of the insulating materials that we wear and live in. So in insulating materials, the electrons are held really tightly by the atoms, and so there is no free electrons, and thus there is no flow, no current flowing through those materials. And so some of the insulating materials are rubber and plastic, and glass and wood. So as you can see, how we are just naturally separated from the earth all the time, from all of these materials. Fortunately for me, even though I grew up in a four seasons part of the world and I had long, harsh winters, I was running barefoot all summer long. When I turned 21, I moved cross country to California, and I was in a much more hospitable climate, and I found the beach and I started running barefoot on the beach, and it literally changed my life. I felt so phenomenal, you guys. And then I went even further and I moved out to Hawaii, which is where I have been ever since. And I mean, that really allows you to have an incredible outdoor lifestyle. I mean, outside of work, I am barefoot the rest of the day, and I am in contact with this glorious earth all of the time. I mean, I'm sure you guys can recall going for walks on the beach or on your vacations, walking in a grassy field and feeling so revitalized after. If you did, you experienced the natural energy of the earth, making you feel phenomenal. So at this point, I would really like to invite you all to please take off your socks and your shoes and sit, stand, or walk on the earth for 30 minutes a day, if possible. If you can't do it for 30 minutes, do it for 10 minutes. If you can't do it every day, do it every other day. But please just start. If you're somewhere where you're in a big city and grass is hard to come by, cement does work. That's why I mentioned our sidewalks. The sidewalks are predominantly made of cement, but so is the rest of the city. So the cement is primarily made of limestone, and limestone still conducts the energy. So you can just go outside and put your feet, sit on a bench at lunch and put your feet on the cement. If you live by the beach or on a large lake where you can walk along the beach, where the water meets the shore, it's called the water line. It's where the demarcation of the water hits the sand. That is the most potent culmination of the electromagnetic field. So, and if you are unable to do any of these things, there are products that you can buy and put in your home, and I will drop a link below in the description. There's universal mats that you can put your feet on below your desk while you're working, or you can put your arm wrists on it while you're typing at the computer. There's patches, there's bands that are all grounding elements, and you can utilize those at home or at work. You can take it with you to work if you don't work at home, or you can do both and ground while you're in the house and go outside in nature and ground. So I really hope that if you are feeling lethargic, if you have a headache, if you have a backache, if you have PMS, you got jet lag, whatever it is, you guys find some grass, dirt, earth, sand, and put your feet upon it, and you will be amazed how you feel. I mean, I honestly feel that this is responsible for why I am in such good health at 60 years of age. And I just wanted to share this with you. If you guys enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And please check back in for more information to take back your life, take back your vitality, take back your health. And thank you for joining us. Aloha.